Hello everybody, I'm IronE Singleton. The mood is set right, the fire's in the background, time to go. May I tell you a story? Yes? No? Yes, good, very good. Again, like I said, I'm IronE Singleton, and you've probably seen me in numerous productions throughout the world, from The Walking Dead, and The Blind Side, and many productions in between and after, like Amish Murder, Seeking Justice, Lottery Ticket, Single Ladies, Detroit 187, Somebodies, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Here's the story in a nutshell, the abridged version. I graduated from college, the University of Georgia, go Dogs, Sycamore. After I graduated, as a theater major and a speech communications major, I looked to pursue a full-time career as an actor, but I could not find an agent. I searched tirelessly for years, almost 10 years, before I could get an agent. And the reason is I never told my story. God, some people say that the higher power, the higher source, that power that resonates within all of us, constantly told me, tell your story. Nothing good is going to happen until you tell your story. I'm not going to allow it to happen because I did not allow you to go through what you went through in the inner city housing project of Atlanta, Georgia for nothing. You have to tell your story because your story will change lives. It will inspire. It will motivate. It will touch deep down inside of people to let them know that they can accomplish, despite where they come from, they can do it as well. Once I told my story, weeks after that, I heard from an agency out of Atlanta, Howden Talent. Shout out to you, Howden Talent. They said they wanted to represent me. They started to represent me. A few weeks after that, got an audition for a movie called The Blind Side through the Fincannons. Shout out to the Fincannons as well. Found myself weeks after that on the set of The Blind Side. That is what started it all for me. It opened the door and everything else followed. You know the story. But what I am here to tell you today is something that is much bigger, much more important than any of the productions I've ever done in movies and television. But my one-man show called Blindsided by The Walking Dead. It details my life story. Growing up destitute in the housing project, where I overcame many trials and tribulations in life. I ran the streets. A lot of you probably already know my story. I sold drugs. I carried a pistol. I lost my mother early on in life at the age of 18, just a couple of weeks before I graduated from high school, to HIV causes, complications. My father, I saw him twice in my life, so I had very limited interaction with him. And I tell that story on stage in about an hour, 45 minutes, through dancing, spoken word, rap, lots of drama. I do some stand-up comedy. And I told it for the first time back in 2008. We scrounged up the money, my wife and I. We looked for coins in the couches and probably even went in the kids' piggy bank to get money. And we pawned our car and other things to launch the first production in Atlanta, Georgia at the 14th Street Playhouse. It was a success spiritually. Financially, not so much. But the people that came out, they were moved to tears, to laughter, to joy, to happiness. They were totally inspired and totally motivated. That's why we want to tell this story again, because right now I'm at a place to where I kind of put it on the back burner, and then there's that voice again saying, hey, what are you doing? No, this is your life's work. This is your life's mission. What are you doing? I'm going to put other stuff on hold until you decide to tell this story the way I want you to do it. And I'm coming to you to do it the right way, because in the past, the reason why it was not a financial success, the reason why we weren't able to touch the world on a mass scale the way we want to now is because we didn't have the right promotions, the right marketing. And now we have everything in place to do it the right way. But I need you to contribute to my Kickstarter campaign. No. Let me rephrase that. To our Kickstarter campaign, so that we can do something special to touch the lives of millions of people. so that we all can go to bed at night knowing that we contributed to something great that contributed to the betterment of humanity. I know we're constantly wondering, how can I affect the world positively? So much going on with the recent tragedies, from Las Vegas to the fires in California, to all the hurricanes from Irma to Harvey to Maria, devastated our southeast region, our Caribbean islands, from Puerto Rico to the U.S. Virgin Islands. My heart goes out to you. My prayers go up for you at night. I'm praying for you. I'm with you in the spirit, and I wish you the best. I've contributed to several of those causes. Now I'm asking you to contribute to our cause so that we can contribute to bettering humanity. This show will do it. Blindsided by the Walking Dead tells my story in an hour, 45 minutes on stage, from dancing to rap to drama, stand-up comedy, you name it. And what we want to do, if we raise enough money for this Kickstarter campaign, we're going to include Blue Sun interpreting so that we can have this show interpreted for the deaf community. So we want this thing to be much bigger and better than it was in the past. I ask you to please help me, help us make the world a better place. I am IronE Singleton. I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Thank you. Prizes also. Don't forget about the prizes. So you be in touch and check out my website and everything else. You'll be able to win my book, Blindsided by the Walking Dead, maybe a t-shirt, even bigger prizes. Stay tuned. Love you guys.